Hello, today I'm going to be showing some battles I did on Pokemon Showdown. Before I start, please remember to like, sub, and turn on the notifications. And let's get into this. So I start off by sending out Dracovish, they send out Magerna. I use Fishious Rend, and it nearly kills, and I'm faster, so they set up, but I'll just use Fishious Rend again, and it kills. They then send out Zacian, but I also use Fishious Rend again, and it gets the kill this time. So then they send out Raichu. I Dynamax because it's a threat to me, and they do 26%, and then I use Max Mindstorm, does around 50%, so I can just use it again and it will get the kill. And I use it again, it gets the kill. I still have one turn of Dynamax left. It sends out Kyurem, and then I use Max Darkness to try and do as much damage as I can to this Kyurem, but then it ends up taking me out with Draco Meteor. So then I send out the Ramatan. It's super effective, kills the Kyurem. But then he sends out Marshadow. It one-shots me. But to counter the Marshadow, I then send out Mewtwo. And with my Mewtwo, I'm able to one-shot it. He also then sends out Mewtwo. And I make the mistake of using Psychic. It only does 22%. He uses Shadow Ball, does 74%. But because I'm faster, I can now burn him. So then I use Will-O-Wisp, he gets the burn, and then my Mewtwo dies. And then I send out my Marshadow, and with my Marshadow, I use Shadow Sneak, kill the Mewtwo, and I win the battle. And then GG, I won this battle. Now going into this next battle, I didn't play as well, but it was still very close. So as we can see, I go by sending out a Rangu. This is a random battle, so I don't know the Pokemon I will get. And then he sends out Gengar. He switches out to Klinklang, and I use Nasty Plot, bringing up my special attack. And then he goes for Gear Grind. It only does 21%, but it hits twice, so it ends up doing about 40. But I use Thunderbolt now. Don't do half, and that's not too good. But I end up healing. He goes for Gear Grind again. Nearly kills. I decided to use Trick Room to get more speed than the Klinklang, but he's gonna go for the kill now. But I use Nasty Pocket Plotter again. He goes for the kill, but he misses. So there's still hope, because now that I'm faster, I'm able to hit first. I hit it first, and I actually get the kill with three times special attack. So that's good. And then he sends out Stunfisk. And I'm not too sure how to beat Stunfisk, so I play not so good, using Thunderbolt, which is immune. Then he uses Earthquake, nearly kills the Oranguru. I use Psychic, it does 47%, but now I'm probably going to die. I use Nasty Plot again and then get killed. And then I send out Raichu, and it was a bad mistake because I forgot it was immune. So he kills my Raichu. And now I send out Rotom. I don't know why I've done this. But it does know a grass move, so it uses that. Nearly kills. But it will probably be able to kill me in the next turn. Yeah, it only does 25% though. And then I should be able to kill it now. I missed the attack, unfortunately. It does another 24%. Hopefully I can hit the next attack. I hit it. Kill the Stunfisk. Now he decides to send out Gengar again, so I go for Leaf Storm. It only does 11%, and then he uses Surge Wave, kills my Rotom. Now I'm down to 3. So now I decide to use Crafty. He switches out to Suicune. I use knock off his item, and then he uses Air Slash. It's super effective, but only does 33%. But I can't do much damage to the Suicune. He uses Air Slash again. I use Knockoff again. Still doesn't do enough to kill. He then uses Scald for some reason. So now I decided to use Close Combat. Did more, but lowered my defense. He uses Scald again. Critical hit, it kills. So then I send out Fosslas. I use Shadow Ball, kill the Suicune. Now he's down to 3 Pokemon. He decides to send out Gengar. So then I Dynamax, and I use Max Phantasm. It kills the Gengar. Now we're both down to 2 Pokemon. He he sends out Wish Cash. He also Dynamaxes. He uses Max Guard to try and stall me out. So then I use Max Guard and he uses Max Quake. I stalled him out for 1 turn. Then my Dynamax ends, but I use Will-O-Wisp to burn him, and he does 36% to my Fossilas. And then his Dynamax ends. I use Shadow Ball. It only does 16%. He uses Dragon Dance. So now he's in a good position to kill me, and I'm not doing enough damage. So he uses Dragon Dance again, I think hoping to get the kill. And then he uses that. It doesn't actually get the kill, which is good, because now I can use Ice Beam again. Now the burn will kill him. So then I switch out to Kyurem to try and save the Fossilas. And then he dies with the burn. Now he does something very clever here. He uses this move to get his attack to 4 times. Heals up using his berry. I almost get the kill with Fusion Flare. He knows extreme speed, and so he's able to outspeed my Pokemon. But then I use Destiny Bond. He kills me first, so he gets the win. Because I use Destiny Bond, we killed each other. And that's how this battle ends. It was quite a close battle. Anyway, on to the next battle. Okay, going into the final battle now. I start off by sending out Raichu. It's also a random battle, this one. He sends out Zaytu. I use Thunderbolt, it's super effective. He sets up a light screen. I use Thunderbolt again, killing the Zaytu. He then sends out Porygon Z. I'm not too sure how to kill this at first. I use Anchor, not knowing how it works. He uses Agility, getting speed. And then uses Dark Pulse. It does 37%. I use Grass Knot. It's not very effective. He then uses Tri Attack. It does 53%. I'm about to die. I use Thunderbolt. It does a decent amount of damage, but then he kills my Raichu, unfortunately. So I then send out Gastrodon. He uses Tri Attack. It does a decent amount of damage, but I use Earthquake. It gets the kill. I re-heal some health using leftovers. He sends out Espeon. His Espeon uses Calm Mind. He gets the buff. I use Scald. I get the burn, which is good. And then he decides to use Calm Mind again, getting another buff. I use Earthquake. It does a decent amount of damage. I should be able to kill on the next attack. He uses Psychic. I live on 1 HP, and then I kill him. I was very lucky right there. And then he sends out Weavile. He uses Sword Stance, getting his attack up. I use Recover, trying to heal. And then he attacks using Icicle Crash. The Recover wasn't enough to save me from that, unfortunately. So now I send out Heatran, Dynamax, because I don't have much to kill this Weavile. And then I use Knockoff. I'm knocked off my item, but I use Max Flare. And it's able to one-shot the Weavile. So that's good. Then he sends out Excadrill. I should be able to kill it, but then he also Dynamaxes. And then he uses Max Quake, and unfortunately my Dynamax dies. So then I send out Gardevoir, because I don't really have anything to stall out his Dynamax. I have to sacrifice the Gardevoir. Then I send out Stoutland, hoping that it won't die. And I use Crunch, which didn't do that much. He uses Max Steel Spike. It doesn't kill, which is good. His Dynamax then ends. I switch into Eldegoss. He uses Rapid Spin. It doesn't do that much. He then uses Iron Head. And then I put him to sleep. And then I try to kill him. I'm not very effective though, so it only does 17%. I try to go for it again. It only does 4%. I think I use a different move. So then I thought he was going to wake up, so I used Sleep Powder. He didn't wake up. It failed. Then he did wake up. He used Rock Slide. Got a critical hit, but I put him back to sleep. Then I switched out to Stoutland. And then he switched out to Drampa. I was able to do more than 50%, which is good. He switched back to Excadrill, which was still asleep. I used Play Rough. It did a decent amount of damage, but not enough. Then I missed Play Rough. He woke up. He used Rapid Spin. So then I switched back to Eldegoss. He used Iron Head. There's a decent amount. He uses Iron Head again. Then I put him back, tried to put him back to sleep. I miss. Then he's able to kill the Eldegoss, unfortunately. So I still have one Pokemon left though. And I'm able to do quite a decent amount of damage to Excadrill. But he's also able to do a decent amount to me. So we keep on hitting each other. And then I'm just about able to kill this Excadrill. Now he sends out his Jumper, and I am faster than it. So I'm able to do more than 50% and I win the battle. And that is the third battle, and I won this one. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notifications. Goodbye.